Want to jump on here, hit that thumbs up for us. Helps the algorithm push out to everybody. Let us know that this is live. If it's important enough for you to be here, it's important enough for you to tell other people that you're here also. How's the picture look? How's the sound? What would you like to discuss? What product would you like to see this evening? We made a lot of stuff this last week. This stuff here was all finished up Friday afternoon, late Friday evening. Byron, what's up? Landfill, Matt Christopher, how are you? Matt, what's up?
I didn't realize that YouTube page is up to 50 grand.
Yeah. Carter Lee, how are you? Ravenwood, what's up? That's a cool name. Vowels. Ravenwood. That's like what? Ravenclaw, right?
Yes.
Blackbirds.
I like that.
Yeah, I would like to have some ravens. There's a lot of video at ravens that can talk. Very, very smart animals. Scott Taylor, what's up? Matthew, how are you? Tracking and shipping, right on. EMP bomb goes off. Will your EO tech and flashlight still work? I think it depends where it is. I think it depends where it is. And depending on what prepper fiction you watch or listen to, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know, man. Iron sights, bro.
You should know how to use iron sights anyway.
Evan Dixon, a 3-part one video is tremendous. I think so too, man. Conversation with Evan is always good. Eights Ranch, what's up? Draven, what's up? Vals. Everybody have a good day today? Did you guys do anything cool today? Do you have anything to show that you accomplished today? Did you get something started that's awesome? Did you complete something that's awesome? It's hot out here. It was 90 degrees here today. I'm gonna put up a bunch of shade cloth tomorrow. It's that time of year now, I guess. Guzman, what's up? 75, 9 p.m. Yeah, it's probably 75 here too, man. Probably so. All right, we're back live. I don't know why it blinked. Got some high volume GoPro batteries today, some more. Just so I've got extras. Just running around. Got a bunch of stuff, fly traps, right? You guys ever use those bags that capture flies? They drown them, you know? They work really well. They're $10 a piece for those fucking things. And they've got the same stuff that you put in this like plastic one that's reusable, and those fucking things are $20 a piece. The flies are fucking insane right now. These little black biting flies, they are all over the dogs. Every day I spray the dogs with this purple spray that works pretty well. Repurpose 6, 7 by 17 wood. What happened to it? Shannon Burnett, man, I hope you are fucking doing awesome. I have not seen you on here in a long time. I think about you literally every day. I think about you when I feed those fucking fish out there. Didn't know Ravenwood Acres was a fan of SOE. Just got a heart on a comment on their channel for the Phi Caller review. Right on. Real haunted houses in Camden? I don't know about in Camden. There's some crazy shit like within 90 minutes of Camden. Getting a degree keeps. What's your degree going to be in? Tom, what's up, buddy? Happy Donut Day. That's right. 6 by 7 by 17 shipping crate into a chicken house. Very cool. Rolled around town with a micro rig. Everybody should roll around town with a micro rig frequently, right? So that you know what that's like, what that does, right? Everybody should drive with night vision. Everybody has this idea they're going to strap night vision on. You're going to be fucking absolutely fucking miserable for the next 3 fucking days after that if you are not conditioned to that. Marketing and accounting, nice. Very proud to have exposed, or did you? Almost one of membership's big vitamin big energy. Right on. What did I do first? The water line to the coffee maker leak. You are so fucking bougie. You have a water line to your coffee maker? Man, grow up. That's fucking cool. Water line leak. Replaced cable, came in, installed them back up. Pressure wasn't, took, dump, had flush and clean. Mamu, how are you? What's going on? Watched an arm wrestling dude do one-handed 45 plate flips. Took a mental rest day. Enjoyed 2 car shows. That's cool, man. That's cool. The guineas are going crazy out there right now. I don't know what's up out there. James Cole, what's up? SUE fan, Mother Clucker, welcome. Thank you for joining. Can't afford a micro rig. I can afford a micro rig. Night vision, I'm not there yet. Got it. Do you have good night vision? I have okay night vision. And yes, I have driven with them. Design a mount for recording through NVGs. Cool. Micro is disposable to fight to a bigger rig without ammo. Micro is, I don't know what you're saying there. Our micro rigs carry quite a bit of ammo. And we know tons and tons of dudes that were running in Iraq and Afghanistan with micro rigs in and out of turrets and stuff, out of Humvees and stuff. Dropping admin panels, just send an email with what you want. Send an email. We'll discuss it. Typically, we'll put them online, let you order it, and then we'll do a small run of them. Dog training with NVGs would be very cool. Fortress K9 just put up a bunch of video of them with thermals. When I first bought a PBS 14, me and my brother went driving at 75 miles an hour. Actually easier to drive, but I had an eye headache from focusing. So what the real headache's going to come from is most people are not used to using a helmet or even the skull crusher, right? And then they're not going to have the counterbalance correct. It might feel okay, but your neck is not used to it, right? So even driving home from my shop to my house 15 minutes, my neck hurt for days, right? And I had a headache the rest of the night from it because you're not used to it. Got patrol mags and duty belt today, right on. I saw you asking for a holster. I have the patterns. We can run a small run of holsters. I actually bought the metal tape, copper tape actually, that we use in the thumb brake to make the thumb brake rigid. I bought some of that today so that we could actually run some holsters. But those holsters are weapon specific. So be advised, like if you're trying to trade your holster for some other holster, it's going to be sewn to a specific trigger guard. So make sure you get something for a gun you have. Run a bun commercial machine. Nice. Instant hot water. That's cool. Ours does instant. We use K-pods. We've got I don't know what we got in there, but it works well. Wearing a helmet of any type is hard on the neck and shoulders. Yep. Yeah, people just aren't used to it, especially people that like buy a bunch of equipment and never use that shit. How many guys have night vision sitting right now with corroded batteries in it? I mean, think about that. About to buy a Mr. Coffee frappe maker. That's cool. Those frappes from McDonald's are good, but holy shit, you know those things are fucking killing you. Those coffee robots, you know, the automated coffee system that's at a lot of the little gas stations around here. I looked those up. Those things start at 15 grand. The ones they have in their buildings are $40,000. They've got the touch screen and, you know, you pick your coffee and your flavors and shit. Or they'll do what?
They give me a little snack.
Spags, what's up, man? How are you? Curious if they make IR headlights for regular vehicles. They make covers, and they do. You don't need IR headlights. What you do is you get IR lights from, for instance, Baja Designs or Rigid. They make IR lights. You can also get LED lights, razors, all or rigid lights on them, and you can get. It used to be that they're like, oh, we can't sell you these because you're not law enforcement, but everybody's fucking so tight on everything now. They're taking money from wherever they can get it. So yes, you can, and that's what you should do. You don't need to change out your headlights. Just add light pods. Cold brew, heavy cream, as sweet coffee makes a good one. Nice. Never had coffee in 51 years. Is it really addicting? Yeah, it's addicting, man. And a lot of it's just a comfort thing, right? What are you addicted to? Are you addicted to sex? Are you addicted to pre-workout? Are you addicted? Like, what's your addiction? Everybody has one, right? Spent half the day fighting the old riding mower. I'm going to surrender and get a zero turn. What are you going to get, James? Should have bought a crate supercharged. A crate motor? Yeah, you should. Do you have anything that would hold a pair of Felco pruners? The leather ones suck once wet, and a thing like a multi-tool pouch or extended. So I'm not sure what Felco pruners are. I have several different pruners. I don't know if I have a Felco. To answer your question immediately, I do not. That's not to say that we can't do something for them, though. I also love silky saws, man. I was pruning. I really cut a lot of my fruit trees back heavy this fall and this winter. I've probably got about 30 of them on the property. And what I'm seeing is a ton of new growth where I cut off branches and stuff. There's just tons of shoots. So I'm walking around every day cutting a lot of new growth off of the trees and new limbs and stuff that are coming out. So, but I don't have any Felco cutters, I don't think. Bad boy zero turn, cool. Yeah, if you got a dealer there that'll give you good support, man. I've got a big Kubota diesel zero turn, and I've got a X-Mark laser, super fast, beautiful machine. And I bought that because of the dealer support that was local, which has recently, in the last couple of years, completely fucking disappeared. So most important thing I would tell you, buy a commercial level machine if you can afford it, and buy something that has a presence of a dealer network near you for parts. Fupa Dangler today. Gotta say I'm impressed with the quality craftsmanship and would be a huge freaking understatement. Corey, I'm glad you love it, man. Chris Watkins, hey, that thing looks awesome. There's tons of companies that make those things, log jacks and handles and stuff, but holy shit, to have a handle that you could spike in or just cam onto it and pick it up, that would be great for moving around rounds, you know, cut pieces of wet log. Got my Fupa Dang, read that. Chuck Peoples, what's up? Motherfucking Ka, what's up? Higher end handheld pruner. Think Corona, but no, oh, Coronas, that's what I have. I have Coronas. That's what I've got. If you're thinking about it, well, while we're talking about it, send me a link off of Amazon to that or something, and I'll see about buying one and see what we can come up with for some kind of case that will hold those. I usually have pruners here. They must be on the four-wheelers. And I tear these up. Like, I destroy these fucking things. These Fiskars. Dean Conrad, what's up, buddy? Pruner pouch would be great. Right on. Local dealer, so hoping it will be cool. Looked at a diesel direct drive Just can't justify it for 5 acres. I thought the same thing, man. Time is money, though. I thought the same thing. Looking at the bad boys, I think they were about 10. They were like 10 grand when I was looking at it, though, at least the ones I was looking at. Look at this spider. Holy shit, he just jumped. There he is. Careful, he bite. Orange Thread Highlander? No. No, there won't ever be unless you order it. If you want something, send an email. Let me know what you want. We'll discuss it. That me saying send an email doesn't mean for sure it's going to happen. Depends what it is and, you know, whether we can sell them or not. But send an email. But there won't ever be any of that shit here unless somebody orders it first. Decent measuring tape pouch. I thought we did something. I bought all those measuring tapes like you had. Stanley 35. DeWalt 30. I bought everything for them. I've even got another one somewhere floating around in all of this stuff. I bought like 4 of them that day we talked about it. All right, we are back on. Orange Thread Highlander NSW. Yeah, you're not gonna see that thing, man. The only way you'd get that's custom. It's gonna be expensive. Not saying we won't do it. But be aware, it is not going to cost anywhere near retail to do a one-off like that. Hands OD Modular Frog, right on. The way to run that rig, Max, the only way for that rig to be worth doing is if you're going to run your mags higher. Because it's tall. It's a tall rig of 0 use whatsoever unless you're going to run your mags higher, and that gives you a couple bars of pals underneath. What are you going to run underneath it? Whatever you put underneath has to open downward. Typically, that's going to be smoke grenades and frag grenades. Otherwise, if you run your mags at the bottom and you have pals above it, you can't put shit up there because you can't get your fucking magazines out. That's why we don't really... Those rigs have all been replaced by smaller rigs. Most dudes are not carrying frags and smokes, and that's literally about all that thing will do. Because if you're just wearing it, it's more surface area covering up and making you hotter. Because I don't have any pouches, and most companies don't make any pouches that will go on that horizontal pals where the pouch... All right, back online. I don't know why this keeps dropping. Max, you could totally take normal pouches and mount them horizontal by just running zip ties, you know, like in each corner. 4 zip ties would make shit work sideways. You could put tourniquets there. You could probably put radios there. You could put some utility pockets would probably fit there. Wish we could easily get our hands on frags. I'd probably make a wet spot in my pants. Claymores too. Tyler, I wish you could too. I feel like if the day comes you need them, you will be able to get them. A Mookie 8 mag. Would the NSW admin panel work on each side of the mags? You mean a Mookie War Light? You mean a Mookie 8 mag Mookie War Light? Yes, an NSW would. You ain't gonna be able to access it. Think about it. It's on the side. It fits to the side of your body. Even on a big fat guy, it's gonna really kind of come to the side of the body. Are you gonna access that? It's not a good use of space. You'd be better off putting an NSW admin on the front of the mags if you actually want to use the admin. However, that's your kit, right? What works for you, what I like, you might like differently. So, try it out. See, I mean, when you put shit to the side, though, it's usually not finite organization that's on the side there. I'm eating chicken while dry firing. Okay. Didn't James have a GP pouch that was short but wide that he ran on the bottom of his rear plate carrier bag? I was thinking about something like that under the mask. I don't know the answer to that. I don't know. one of the 18 mag rigs like Scully would be sweet. You can do that. A Rallyman vest, the Rallyman vest. Right now, I'm building more of them right now. I've got 3 OD black ones over here. And yes, if you're listening and you're the dude that has it on order, yes, I'm aware of it. I gotcha. That holds 12 mags. I don't know what fucking internet it's on. It's on whatever fucking internet this thing's logging onto. But the Starlink, you might as well fucking cancel the Starlink as well as it's been working lately. I assume that's what it's on. Yeah, it's only on the iPad is where I have problems. But I only live feed too from the iPad, so it's probably more the live feeding that's the issue. So, Rallyman, that's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can put 24 mags on one of these rigs right here, on a modular, or on the Rallyman. You could put more mags to the side, and that'd give you 9, 18, and you could still put another mag pouch on there. You've been able to run that many mags the entire time we've made these LBVs. You've heard bad things about Starlink? I don't know. I can tell you that we have 3 different cable systems. We have cable on the property for internet. We put Starlink. Our Starlink runs when the other shit doesn't run. The only place I have a real issue is on live feed. And I think it's just the amount. I think it's probably more this iPad than it is the Starlink. I have Starlink boosters in several places on the property, and I now have full internet coverage. I can also tell you that our Starlink uploads way faster than our more expensive cable internet system does.
Can you connect to Starlink when you're out at the Rabbit House?
Yeah, because I have the booster up there.
Right, and then we can connect at the podcast house too.
Yep. But the Starlink in the garage works like shit. When I'm live feeding in the garage, it always, when it's blinking, it's always Starlink, and I just log on to the 503. Do we make them in Highlander? No. Dude, we're never going to make them unless you order one custom. Can we make this? Yes, we can completely make it. Must be an area thing. I've had Starlink for over 3 years. Yeah, Coos, that's what I was just saying. And we have the mobile one, right? So for guys that are like, I want Starlink, but they say that it's not going to be in my area or they're not going to deliver for a year or whatever, order the RV one. We ordered it on a Sunday night. It was here by Tuesday, and it's mobile. You can pack it up and move it or take it with you anytime you need to. Now, you're not going to backpack with this thing, but I could totally take my mobile Starlink, put it in the 4Runner, and drive to the mountains and have my own internet.
Yeah, it's just a little bit bigger than that iPad.
Yeah, it works good, guys. For me complaining about it, the Starlink is really probably not. Will you get that from that fucking cat, please?
I was hoping he was going to get his head stuck in it.
Or take out, is there something, give him what's in there. There's one left.
No, it's crumbs.
Put him in a box and cut a hole so he has to walk around with a box on like those cats in the videos.
I was really hoping he was going to get his head stuck in it, so I was going to laugh.
Have you ever made a 6x6 shooting mat that grommets so it could be suspended for shade? No, I've never done that. Ours is like 6 feet long by
You know how
2 feet.
fucking
They take a ton of material. They're heavy. Like we have a bunch of orders for shooting mats right now. I didn't realize they were on. I actually turned those off. They take a ton of material and they're super fucking heavy. We're gonna run them and we're probably not gonna make them anymore. Have you ever thought about making ponchos? Nah, it's not what we work, man. Different material, different machines. Rally Mag vest would have been nice when negotiating with Ali Mahdi and Adid in Somalia. Scully had them in Somalia. He had them with him in Somalia. Guy here put a home Starlink dish on top of a truck and live streamed to us while driving. Yeah, absolutely. You can put them in RVs and shit. Yeah, you need electricity. You do need electricity for it. 2 nights in a row now. where I didn't get an alert for the live chat. I know 9 each night, but has anyone else fallen off the alerts? Cat Daddy, man. I don't get alerts from Tim Pool anymore, and I'm subscribed. Typically, you got to go in and unsubscribe. And sometimes I'll even go, I'll want to see who Tim Pool has on. I want to hear the guests that he's got. I'll go looking for it and can't even connect to it. Original beta tester for Starlink prior to public. That's cool, man. That's cool. The cat, yeah. Woodland or go home. I like Woodland. I like Woodland. I really like Woodland with multicam block on it. Oh, so you took the container and the other cat's got the lid over here.
Yeah.
Are those like catnip or something? Is that why they're freaking out?
Yes, and that's the treats that I use when I put him to bed. I put it on his head, and he knocked it into the hole, and it fell off.
Thank you, Brother John. Doing good work. Here's a coffee. Dano, thank you, man. Dano, not in the lion's den. Right on. Thanks, buddy. Woodland with coyote pals. Kitties, yeah. Get the alert. So order a Rallyman rig and a bunch of Mac. Yes, correct. Correct. But you can't order the Rallyman rig. To get a Rallyman, I do them one at a time. You're going to send me an email. We're going to discuss the price and how you want it. And I'm going to send you a payment link. You're going to pay that, and then we're going to build that thing. The mag pouches, you're going to order separately, and it's going to be another thing where you probably can't order them. So we'll have to put them online, but that's going to be a separate order. I don't take any other orders when I do custom work. Like the war bags I'm building, you can't order anything else with it. The Rallyman vest, modular vest, you can't order anything else with it. Do I play chess? No, I have some, yes, I played chess, but I have not played chess in a long time. You're never going to see me sit down to play a chess game, but I do collect chess boards and chess pieces. I have some very nice chess sets. And when I say I collect them, like I don't have hundreds of them. I probably have a dozen. Garand chest rig still available? I see a couple up here. If it's on the website, it'll ship to you. I see 2 multicam ones. If they're not on the website, then they're not in inventory. Send me an email and I'll put them in for you. But I've got 2 Woodland ones right now. What up, John? Catching up lives today, trying to jump in live sometimes. Nice, man. Right on, Medi. If you're in the membership area, we've got a lot of content that's gone up. There's a Pulling the Thread podcast that was just loaded. It'll probably go live for you, 3rd level members anytime now, today, tomorrow, maybe. There's a members only John and Amanda video we recorded Friday that is loaded. That'll probably go live tomorrow. Email about playing chess. Can we discuss terms? I'm not playing chess. I'm not playing. You're never going to catch me sit down long enough to play chess. The members deal, you just go to membership. There's 3 levels. The first level membership, you get some private content. You get the question and answer. There's a ton of question and answer for John and Amanda. A lot of that is business advice, right? If you own a business, if you run a business, if you have a hobby business, there is a ton of actionable shit in there for you, as well as Homestead, how we do it, what I do, what works, what doesn't work. There's a ton of stuff. I talk a lot about personal things. When I answer those questions, I go into a lot of personal stuff from my life in there also. So there's anybody in here in the membership, are the John and Amanda videos worth it? Like it only costs $1 to get those. There's a $5 membership. That gets you the level 1 stuff, and it gets you the Pulling the Thread podcast stuff early. Okay, it blacked out. I don't know. I was just talking. The level 3 membership gets you everything. Plus, it gets you Pulling the Thread podcast as current events. So, like, we just recorded 28 on Wednesday. You guys will, at level 3, you will see that within a day or two here. It makes it current events. 2 collector checker pieces, one in red, the other in Moorish. That's cool. Played some chess with my son when I was on the chess team. That's cool. Current events Pulling the Thread is worth level 3 alone. I think so, man. I think so. I think there's plenty of value there. John Amanda videos are worth it. Pulling the Thread is really good content too. I wore Woodland BDU bottoms to school in the end of the 80s, a couple of times a week. Much cooler times. Think that would happen today. Now they'd probably kick you out, man. They would probably kick you out, depending on what schools. Play the top tier, and I mostly watch the free content. Heck, I paid. Oh, I thought you were talking about chess. Well, thanks, man. Taking a high-end flashlight rabbit hole. I have a Deadwoods custom light. You know where it's sitting? It's sitting in my drawer over there. You know what's in my pocket right now? This one. Love these. Stiletto. And I traded out my normal knife for this one when we left. We went and got sushi this afternoon. Did a little shopping here and there. So I just had this carbon fiber one on. Fab ghillies? What are you talking about? Ghillie suits? What? Fab ghillies? You mean build them? Speaking of flashlight, what's the one you like? The switchblade. What's the one you like? Oh, the stiletto. Yeah, you'd be labeled a white supremacist for wearing BDUs, even if you're a black dude. Just that membership, $10 on top of all the other content. Your interviews are unparalleled. Nowhere else to get this. Yeah, we put the interviews out free. I think we'll probably start, because they come out later, right? The interviews trickle out 3-4 weeks later. Maybe we'll start putting those up for high-level members earlier also. And then we've got, maybe we'll actually put those out early on the, what's that other thing I have? I can't think of it. That other thing, it's $5. Patreon, it's $5. And that's where you ask, if you want to ask questions, and then we build, John and Scully, Pulling the Thread podcast, we build those around questions sometimes, and those questions come from Patreon. Doug Dunn, thanks for becoming a member, man. Have you heard of Rhyme? They have a Zippo case. No, I've not heard of them. Anthony Hoarders? I don't know what you're talking about. Please share details on carbon fiber blade folder you popped out with no detail. Hold on a second. It's a Microtech DOC, Death on Contact. I don't think they make them anymore. A buddy of mine works for Microtech. Our tattoo guy, Darren, was always with Microtech at Blade Show, and we actually stole him. Tony was super bitchy about that. Tony likes to have friends and doesn't like it when his friends are friends with other friends. This one here, we'll walk over here and I'll show you. So this is the one I carry every day. Super fucking stout. I assume this is all aluminum, right? The whole thing, it's heavy. And I like this blade because I never take care of a blade. And this blade here, I love Strider. You know it. I have hundreds of Striders, right? I have hundreds of Striders. This blade here, though, this blade, I like this flipper here. I can just open this up, right? I can flip this out. When my hands are nasty or have blood or farm shit all over them, I don't want to have to flip a blade out, right? Like you have to with a Strider, because it doesn't have the fucking flipper. I like to be able to open this really slowly if I need to, and just do that, right? or I can flip it open. Flipping a knife open, especially a knife that you're going to have for decades, eventually it's going to wear that lock point, right? So while it's fucking cool, everybody flipping their knives and shit, preservation of your blade, don't flip your shit all the time, right? So that knife there is the same as this knife. This one is much lighter. It's all carbon. They don't make these anymore. Like, you will be very hard pressed to find one of these, right? I was at Blade Show, and Jody and I and a bunch of us, there was a ton of us, down after Blade Show in the pits. What do they call it? They call it the pits. That's what they call it. The hotel attached to Blade Show is like this, right? It's square. And there's rooms facing the pit. And the pit is like their lounge area. There's some restaurants there and a bar and shit. And dudes stood out there and they sell their knives. And this happened to be on a table. Jody knew that I had this. A friend of mine worked there and gave me this. And then Tony always hooked this up, because when I do Blade Show, when we would go, I would usually have a crew of about 20 with me, and I would always buy whatever Tony's special show knife was. I would buy 30 of them, and I would give them to everybody that was at Blade Show with me. So Tony always did take care of us. But this was sitting there on a table in the pit, and Jody's like, hey, there's a carbon fiber DOC over there, and I bought this, and I like it. It's very nice. It's the same as this. I would prefer a serrated knife. I never sharpen my knives. I never take care of them. You can see that this one is missing some teeth. I always use this for something that you should not use a knife for. And it's just a burly, I can pry shit with it. I can do all kinds of stuff you shouldn't do with a knife. I had lost this. I'd actually changed a pair of shorts, and I have a dirty bathroom and I have an inside bathroom. When I come in from outside and I'm really dirty, I use the back bathroom in the garage, and I have dirty clothes and shit. I have outside clothes there. When we leave here on the weekends, I put on a complete different set of clothes, different shoes, so that I'm not getting all that farm stuff in my, nice cars and stuff. So anyways, I'd misplaced this, looked for it for days and days and days, scurrying around trying to buy another one, and I was not able to find anything for sale. So I doubt if you'll be able to get one. I keep getting dumped off the feed. Tom, I keep getting dumped off the feed, buddy. My fucking internet keeps blinking. Website is in the description. You're listening to the owner CEO. I don't even see anybody on here. What's he talking about? Kukris don't flip unless a hand dress the action. I don't know what you're fucking talking about. I have a kukri that my buddy went over and actually made for me over there. J-Dog, surprised you're not there now. At Blade Show, I don't do Blade Show anymore. During COVID, I have a booth at Blade Show. Right? I have a booth at Blade Show. It's about $7,000 for my booth. And I bring in about 20 people to Blade Show. We bring in about 100 people to Blade Show with us. And we book out an entire floor at a hotel. And we book out Ruth Chris for dinner every night. And we're there for about 5 days when I do Blade Show. We had constantly asked the promoter of Blade Show to move us over one spot so we could double our square footage. They always said they would. They never did. During COVID, they canceled the show. And then the next year, we didn't take a refund. We let them hold the money. So the next year, when they opened, they were mandating masks. And I said, I'm not bringing my people in if we have to wear masks. And they said, well, then we're not refunding your money. I said, that's fine. You keep my money. I will never do Blade Show again. I've not been back to Blade Show. I'm not going back to Blade Show. I don't go places where they mandate silly shit. I don't need to go. I actually, it cost me money to go to Blade Show. It costs me more to go to Blade Show than we make at Blade Show. I have an event here several times a year where 500 to 1,000 people come to my events. I don't need to go to Blade Show. What changes have I made recently? Nothing, Don. Same stuff. Same stuff. Blade of Glory show. I asked and thought and usage of kukris. Oh no, kukri's cool. It's a fucking giant, heavy, small sword though. I'm new to your channel. Is all this stuff for sale? Do you have a website? Yeah, Anthony, buddy. It's SOE Tactical Gear. What?
.com.
Yeah, .com. I mean, but you'll find it. I have .net also. I own all of them. SOE, Special Operations Equipment. I started this company 35 years ago in San Diego. Moved to Tennessee 15, 17 years ago. Bought this property here maybe 7 years ago. 10 acres, 10,000 square foot building. It was all gutted out and vandalized. The doors were welded shut. We spent weeks getting all the debris and human feces and mattresses and needles and shit out of here. There was no electrical in the building, no copper, no piping. Everything had been stolen and vandalized. We built the building out. It's 10,000 square feet downstairs. We put a 6,000 foot loft upstairs. We do some small farming, small scale livestock and agriculture on the property. I employ as many people as we can. I live in a very impoverished area in the middle of Tennessee. People here don't want to work. I own 52 sewing machines. I've never seen more than 20 run in this county ever. But I love where I live. So, and we build everything right here in this building. Raw goods come in. All U.S. manufactured goods come in here. We cut them up. We sew them together. We quality control them, and we ship 200 to 400 boxes a day to the individual consumer out of this building. SRF's a great event. Everyone should go. Yeah, everybody should go. Chainsaw. We're doing a chainsaw workshop June 17th. That's in like 14 days. Do you have a chainsaw? You should come out. Do you want to get a chainsaw? You should come out. Are you new to chainsaws? You should come out. It's going to be a very cool event. An apron that has Molly on it. We used to. Nobody used the Molly. You and Bear Independent are the thread weavers of the fabric flag. So I know Bear. Not like I watch Bear. I know Bear. Bear's been out here many times. If you're not aware, we've done several videos together. I've got some very good interviews with Bear on this YouTube channel, as a matter of fact. He's come out and presented several times at Self-Reliance Festival. Awesome companies, awesome content, even more awesome person. Seeking Adventure, how are you, man? Greg T, what's up? Shooting mats. Nope, shooting mats aren't on the site. They're on the site, you can see them, but we're not taking orders for them. Evan Dixon, what's up, man? How are you? Living the dream in the control room. Are you at a power plant or something? Burning the candle at both ends. You and me both, buddy. You and me both. Wouldn't have it any other way. People are always like, you work too much. You need a vacation. You know who those people are? They're people that were never in the military. Those are people that have never been to prison. Those are people who have never had everything taken away from them. And those are people who have never lost everything, right? The man telling you that you're working too hard, that's because you're working harder than he is and you are making him look bad. Yeah, those are guys that have never lived off ramen noodles. Or are very comfortable living off ramen noodles, in fact, currently. Trimmed out all the windows on our place to get 1 month free rent. Nice, man. Yeah, I like getting paid. That we were talking about that yesterday, I think, right? So many people go to a job and they're like, money isn't everything. Then why do you get up to go get a little bit of money from a place you fucking hate every day if money isn't everything? How about those people shut the fuck up and get out of the way of the fucking people that are doing what they do, right? Because when you run your own business, whatever it is, you always have the ability to make more money. And if you didn't make enough money, it's because you didn't fucking do enough of what you do. Controlling transmission line, power plant distribution. Awesome, man. Awesome. I would love to get a tour of those places. I fucking love big industry stuff. 12 hours at work, worked out for an hour, and was home by 9. That's fucking badass, man. Worked for everything I have. Built a life from nothing on my own blood and sweat. Greg, I'm with you, buddy. I've done it 3 times. 3 times. There are so many big power generating facilities that are abandoned. If anybody has an interest in that, there's all kinds of cool urban exploration channels. But the top, right, the top of the game for those guys is the proper people. If you look at the proper people, man, they get in some crazy places. I have a feeling that they're, buying their way in. Cool. I don't care how you get in. Buying your way in just means you're not going to get arrested at the end if you get caught. So, had more favors than I could, and I'm very grateful for each of them. You're doing awesome stuff, man. I enjoy my job. Supports me and family. Buys asset week here. It sure does, man. You have a lot of it. Work overnight to go do paintball reffing gig to pay for paint to play. Right on, man. Zap was the balls we used to use. There was all kinds of stuff. They had paintballs that had Obsession cologne in them and Eternity perfume. Like their paintball shops used to be huge, if guys don't know. Bud Orr, autocockers, like that guy, there was a tech in San Diego that was working on those guys. I always had Tippmann 68s, and hell, I even had Splatmasters. And then electronic guns came out, right? Man, we used to play paintball every single day. Laughter is the best currency. Perfume paintball is hilarious, yeah. Yeah. SoCal is still big. Yeah, I was in San Diego. Miramar had a paintball shop. Escondido had a paintball shop. They were all over. Matt Christopher, have a good night. Freeze your paintballs. We always heard freeze paintballs. But when you freeze your paintballs, they're frozen into one side. Like the ball's not completely full in there. When you freeze them, they're highly not accurate. Autococker full custom built, lots of NOS and shells. Yep. Camp Pendleton is closing their paintball space. Is that what you're saying? Better put this back in my pocket. I'll be looking for it, or I'll need it and not have it. Where are all the holes from the donuts?
I ate them. See, if you eat all the holes, you don't get that.
All right, I think we're back on. It blinked again. Paintballs against pedos. Throw it to Bear. See what he says. We should do a airsoft Easter egg hunt here with all the kids. Scored some verdicts. Cryptech black pants for 20 bucks. Army, that's cool, man. That's cool. Verdict's Crit Tech Black. So that's Typhon. The black is Typhon. 1-1 custom tiger stripe anodized marker. That's cool. Okay, bonk. That's right. Hit that thumbs up. Blink again. I like the multicam black better than the Typhon. Here's the Typhon. Here's multicam black. When we put them online and let guys order whatever they want, multicam black's usually the bigger seller. Well, it's always bigger than Typhon. 0341, no longer be deploying 60 or 81 millimeter paintballs on camp or no. Huh. Automag, it's a Automag. Man, I haven't heard Automag in forever. I had a 68. I had all kinds of shit, but like, you know, that's 20 years ago. I've still got a box. Shit, we have boxes of paintball guns. Dozens and dozens. We would have to go through them. All the O-rings are shit now, I'm sure. All right, guys, I'm gonna jump off of here. Everybody have a good night. Text and email went out tonight. If you're not on there, you can get on there from the website. We send a text out every night. That's how you are. People are like, how do you buy this stuff? It's always sold out. Well, the guys on our text are the guys that buy it. We build it every day. Like all this stuff right here, everything you see here, this is all stuff that was built towards the end of the day on Friday. Like there was stuff built every day like this. And the way you get it is you get on our text app and our email app. Also, any of you guys that do business with Satan, you know, Amazon, because they are the devil. And I know, it's convenient. If you do business with Amazon, if you go to any of my videos and click an Amazon link, or you go to go to my website and click the, okay, let's try this again. So if you're using Amazon and you click any of the Amazon links off my website or your YouTube videos, this is on Amazon, please first go to, it just takes a percentage away from them and gives it to us, right? I do these videos every night. You interact with us. It's important enough to be here. It's a way you can help support. And then freeze dryers, if you want a Harvest Right freeze dryer. On my website, I have a Harvest Right link. And when you buy a freeze dryer from Harvest Right, it gives us a little percentage. You guys heard of EMP Shield? Everybody's always talking about EMP. I get more questions about EMP the last few weeks than I have in the last few years. EMP Shield. If you think there's going to be an EMP Shield. They're only a few $100. They're fucking pretty nice. They have all these units, right? Here's boxes of them right here. They have them for your vehicle. They have them for your cars. They have them for your side-by-sides. They have them for your house, your buildings. And then there's always that dude. So if you use code SOE for EMP Shield, also on my website, it's in my videos too, you save $50. And it also gives us $50. You save 50 also. And there's always that dude that's like, you can't prove that that'll work during an EMP. Maybe not, okay? I haven't been through an EMP, so. But what I can prove is that if you have it on your circuit and something gets fried during an electrical storm or thunder and lightning, they will cover you up to $20,000 on that circuit. So I just spent $1,400 on an electric gate opener out front that got fried. And had I had the $200 EMP Shield unit on there, they would have covered it. Bought my girl's Bissell Crosswave through Amazon. Thank you, guys. And guys, we see what's bought, but we don't know who bought it. So the dude that bought the 4-foot rubber wiener, we don't know who you are. But if you wanted to buy me one, I would tell everybody that I have it. I would use a 4-foot rubber wiener right over here as a doorstop. Right next to these horse ejaculators that I have. Right next to my harpoons. Right next to my giant cast iron wiener shoe scraper. It was me, I bought the wiener. Buddy's electrician saw the link for the EMP Shield. He said the devices are legit. It's tiny, if a tiny, expensive, but legit. I know they're legit because they're working with the DIMSA teams. I know some of the owners of the company, and they sat in with the fucking some of the Joint Chiefs of Staff and some of the Pentagon persons during the meeting, and the Underwriter Laboratories. I know they're legit. EMP shield for your doorstop? No. Harpoons, horse jacks, and some SOE equipment. I'm writing that into Sad Country song. Eating pizza rolls right now. Are they the SOE freeze dried pizza rolls? Those were good, weren't they? Huh?
Is it Isaac Barrett?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it is.
We've got freeze dried Skittles. We have American gummy bears. Guys, we've got the best gummy bears in the world. When we put our order in for gummy bears, they don't pull them out of a warehouse. They take the gummy bears when we order them, and they make them and send them fresh. We buy 5,000 pounds of gummy bears at a time. Wrangler Star mentioned talking to you the other day and planning a live. Ronnie, I haven't announced that yet because I didn't know if he was out there. When I got off the phone with Wrangler Star, I thought, man, what an awesome conversation. And I told Amanda, I go, man, that was fucking one of the best conversations. I feel so good about this. Yes, I will be live on Wrangler Star at 12:30. 12:30 his time. So 2:30 or 3:30 my time on Monday. I'll be doing a live with Wrangler Star on Monday. 30 days review. What up, man? All right, guys. I'm going to jump off of here. I hope everybody has a great night. And I hope that come Monday, you have something that you did this weekend worth showing off, something you're proud of. 15:30. There we go. He was in his live talking about it and how great you guys hit it up. Yeah, I've always liked him. Like I feel like I know him, just like people feel like they know me. I feel like Cody's live streams are who he really is, right? Like that's part of like on the live feed. I walk around the building. There's so many times when you meet people that you consume content from, and when you meet them in real life, you find out it's bullshit. It's just not real. And that's not Cody. It's not, right? You've seen too much of his content for it to be, and that's my stuff. I walk around here in this building every night, like you know what's here, right? There's so many companies sewing gear, for instance, and they're like made in America. If it's made in America, how come they don't show a sewing machine? Like that's some shit to be proud of. Like I walk around here during the day with this iPad on, and you can see there's human beings here building this, right? All these sewing machine stations here, we don't have this here to fool you into believing something that's not real, right? Is Overton, what's up, man? We're just talking about Cody. I'm about to jump off of here. All right, everybody. Have a good evening. Your weekend's not over with. Cody cusses more in person. Other than that, it's exactly him. Yeah. I cuss and don't even realize I do it. I actually, I really make an effort not to when I'm on video with other people. Josh, what's up, man? I miss you, buddy. It's very real. Been there many times. Oh, the sewing machines? I thought you were talking about you've been to Cody's many times. Look at that. Look how straight that is. That's why I say, all right, guys, the internet dropped again. I'm going to get off of here. Have a good weekend. I'll be live again tomorrow night. So we can jump on, do this again. Look at that ox blood tray. It's so nice. And the first time is not a war crime. It's never a war crime the first time. If you guys don't know the Fat Electrician, you should check him out on YouTube. Very entertaining. Very cool dude. We've been speaking. He sent me some shirts. So we will eventually get him on our podcast. Everybody, have a good night.